The concept of a knowledge-based voting requirement. Imagine a world where every citizen must pass a knowledge test before being allowed to vote. This proposal aims to ensure that voters are well informed about key issues, policies, and candidates. It raises important debates about fairness, democracy, and the role of education in civic participation. Ensuring informed voting decisions. Requiring a knowledge test could help ensure that voters make informed decisions, reducing the influence of misinformation and populist rhetoric. It could encourage individuals to educate themselves on critical issues like economics, foreign policy, and the impact of their vote on society. Concerns about voter exclusion. A knowledge test could exclude certain segments of the population, especially those with limited access to education or those who struggle with test taking. This could disproportionately affect marginalized communities, leading to lower voter turnout and potentially creating a less inclusive democracy. The risk of oversimplifying complex issues. While the goal may be to ensure that voters are knowledgeable, a test could oversimplify complex issues into multiple-choice questions. This would ignore the nuanced understanding required for many political matters, reducing them to superficial knowledge rather than fostering critical thinking about broader societal impacts. A focus on education and civic responsibility. If knowledge tests were implemented, the focus would likely shift toward improving the education system to prepare citizens better for the test. Schools and universities could place more emphasis on civic education and critical thinking skills, ensuring that future generations are well prepared for active participation in democracy. Potential for bias in test design. The design of such a test could introduce biases that favor certain political ideologies or demographic groups. What is considered important knowledge could vary depending on who creates the test, raising concerns that the test might inadvertently exclude those who do not align with specific viewpoints or cultural norms. Encouraging voter engagement and political literacy. The requirement could spark increased interest in politics, encouraging more citizens to stay informed and actively engage in political discourse. It could also promote media literacy, as voters would need to critically evaluate information from various sources to pass the test. The challenge of defining what constitutes knowledge. Determining what constitutes the essential knowledge for voters is no small feat. Should the test assess facts about history and government, or should it also measure an individual's ability to critically analyze current events and policies? Defining the scope of necessary knowledge could lead to contentious debates. The impact on voter turnout and democracy. Requiring a knowledge test might discourage people from voting altogether, especially if they feel they cannot pass the test. This could result in lower voter turnout and fewer voices in the democratic process, potentially undermining the representativeness of elections. The need for balancing education and access to voting. While promoting an informed electorate is crucial, it's essential to strike a balance between ensuring knowledge and maintaining the core principle of universal suffrage. Instead of imposing a test, other measures like voter education programs or enhanced access to information could achieve similar goals without exclusionary consequences.